Do you remember when I uploaded a video expressing my feelings of struggle for completing this mission where you and your fellow Sean have to set up the tobacco fields owned by the rival family on fire? Well, you most definitely don't because nobody's watching, but still it's a pleasure for me to ask do you remember because it gives me the vibe of having a life and doing something at all.
Ah, please come in, sir. This way, sir. A gentleman to see you, ma'am.
So, your friend, the other liquor vendor. Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Arthur, welcome. We were just playing cribbage. Arthur Morgan, Mrs. Catherine Braithwaite.
Nice to see you again.
Apparently. So this one, he is big and as dumb as he looks?
Well, he's surely big, but his intelligence is a matter of some conjecture. Some say he is as dumb as he looks, but I think, well, he's not quite that dumb.
So these are the boys going to Caliga Hall?
Yes, we can take care of that for you, but one hates to be coarse. There is the question of money.
Oh, we've got money, Mr. Matthews.
Paper, bonds, metal.
She ain't gonna pay you with a certified check, you Yankee numbskull.
Ain't childbirth just the most beautiful miracle? Seems a lady can birth monkeys, after all.
The so-called Braithwaite's family asked my gang member and co-leader Jose for support to make a sabotage by offering kinda hazy reward while joking around and seemingly thinking our crew is bunch of idiots. If you watch one of my previous videos where, spoiler alert, the whole crew goes back to talk with Madame Braithwaite and spend some good time together for a last time, you are about to witness how karma works. But as we already made that clear, nobody is watching anything I make, so... But anyway, I will still say thank you for supporting me. I know how hard it is to be part of that project, especially if you turn on the sound. And one more thing. I hope it isn't very confusing for those who never played the game because of the messy way I upload the content. Believe me, it is much messier in my head, but I also hope that those of you who have interest will make the connection of which one comes before which, or next, or should I say, which one comes first and which comes after. I told you it's a big mess in my head, but at least my English is perfect, especially my accent, which I don't have, I mean. So, after I spoke for everything else than the topic, let's get back how Arthur is stealing from around the house. And yes, here on the second floor you'll find a box of jewelry and a pack of cigarettes. After I spend almost half an hour to rummage around the house, I will be ready to lead the wagon. You may ask why me? Well, because in Ireland you need to reach 30 to have driving lessons and Sean left his mother country at 29. And here the American law forbids him to have such because they are racist. I hope nobody feels insulted here. We are in the 19th century in this game and I'm just very accurate with history. Of course I carefully take everything without leaving any traces. A bottle of brandy downstairs you're going to find, and a rum, which I'm not taking due to the lack of room in my satchel. This is why I suggest everyone to craft a bigger one earliest as possible. And a steward who is just standing still pretending he's too busy to notice my presence, which calms me down so I can keep cramming my bag with everything I find.
All right, let's get this over with.
You was quiet in there.
Took everything I had. That son of hers. I'll shove that silver spoon down his throat and pull it clean out of his arse. The smug fucker.
Okay. So what's she got us doing at the Gray's place?
She wants us to torture tobacco fields. Said they ain't had rain in weeks round here.
What?
Yeah, using that back there.
Moonshine?
Burns faster than kerosene, that stuff. Said it'd be fitting, she did. All I'm thinking is how about I try fitting my boot up your hook now, you snotty old bitch.
Hosea really picked the right fella for tea at the manor, didn't he?
Ah, he was giving his usual flannin'. One of these families got gold stashed somewhere, he reckons. I mean, I'm all for sticking it to rich folks. I hate rich folks. There really better be some bloody money at the end of all this.
Hosea knows what he's doing.
Does he, though? The master finagler of nothing.
Easy, easy.
So far, we've destroyed the Braithwaite still. Tried to sell the shine back to them. Now we're on this fool's errand, which I'm very much looking forward to, by the way. Shit, we're stuck. They was saying old man Gray's double security after that business at the saloon.
So, we're just gonna drive on in there, is that it?
What are you doing? See, I said I should drive.
So, you were saying?
Do you remember in the beginning of this video when I mentioned one of my previous ones where I'm showing at least half of the times when this mission failed? There I explained how much I was infuriated because of Sean getting killed every time and I had to start the whole damn thing from the beginning. Well, this time it was my fault, so I throw a dynamite at him to run from responsibility.
We're just gonna drive on in there, is that it?
Don't worry, I got a plan. Wagons go in and out of there all the time with supplies, equipment, payroll. Especially now they're taking on all that extra muscle. We're making a delivery, that's all. Just leave it to me. I can talk a dog off a meat wagon.
All right, then.
Whoa, hold up a second. Are you not worried about them Greys, English?
Excuse me?
You not worried about them Greys?
In what sense?
Well, they knows you.
Yeah, maybe you're right. You know what? Here, I'll go hiding back. If you can act naturally and stop us from getting into a fight before we're ready.
I will try.
Yes. Try and do an impression of a human being.
I'm not going to go that far. We're here. Stay out of sight. I'll do the talking.
Hey, hold it right there.
Easy.
What you want, boy?
There was a thing at the saloon.
What you talking about?
Well, I'm delivering the supplies.
You're not the usual driver.
You want a bottle, friend? Here. Have a wee drop. I'm new. I mean you no harm. I've come from Donegal, in Ireland.
You don't say.
Yeah. They said you'd understand some kind of incident at the saloon in town. I was told to bring this up here. Ask no questions, I'll tell you no lies, sort of business. Before the officials got there, they said.
Okay. Drive this way. I'll show you how to get there.
Oh, thank you, friend. Have a drink, Sean.
Hamish.
Good to meet you, Hamish. Fine bit of country you've got here. Not as fine as Connemara, but fine nonetheless.
My people come from Scotland.
Is that right? And you and I are nearly brothers.
Just over here. Yeah, straight down the path here. It's getting so I can barely keep track of all these deliveries coming in.
Yeah, when they said they was looking for more drivers in town, I jumped at the chance. I never been a feller to kick a bit of honest work out of bed. So, you folks been having a hard time of it, have you?
Yeah, Mr. Gray's got a heap of problems right now with another family around here. Bunch of covetous lowdowns trying to sabotage his livelihood. Disgusting.
Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that, Hamish. Sounds like you definitely deserve that drink.
You don't know the half of it. Just in there.
Right you are.
Loaded here.
In here? Oh, the horses like a swift one, do they?
Excuse me?
Nothing. It's grand. Quite a place you boys have got here. Reminds me of one of them big houses.
After we finally arrived, and after wasting a whole bottle of liquor for the new friend that Sean just made, I had to kill him. I'm sorry, Sean, I know you wanted to make this guy drunk so you can share your love with, but not this time. Actually, I'm not quite sure did I have to kill him or only stun him. Once I gave them a chance to consume their relationship before we go, but then I saw Sean killing him, which makes me a bit disturbed about his preferences. But who am I to judge? Jesus?
There's plenty of guards out there. Here's how I feel we should deal with things. You head over to the dry barn.
Sure. And you?
I'm gonna deal with the fields themselves. We coat everything in moonshine, and then we light things up with these little fellers here. Thankfully, it ain't rained, and that old barn over there should go up like a torch.
How many of these boys you think you need?
This should do it. Let's head out the back. Look, once they get wind of us, there'll be no turning back, so move quickly.
Of course. I'm rebel stock, boy. I was born burning down manor houses.
We'll burn quietly.
Quiet. There's someone coming on the left.
Oh, hey. Well, I thought the wagon already arrived.
This one didn't.
Strange. So, what you got there?
Tools, payroll.
Okay. Drop it by the supply shed at the back of the fields.
Sure. See you later.
You hear that? Payroll.
Yeah. Let's get this job done first, okay?
Just let me deal with our friend here.
So many friends he has. After spending the evening in the barn to prepare explosives by the family recipe, we are ready to go. Sean cleans up my way while I pour moonshine over the tobacco, and I am thinking about the second guard that couldn't even talk with us before he gives his life for the cows. Poor innocent guy, standing still with a gun for 12 hours a day in case of someone like us to come and kill him. But also, I'm thinking that if he wasn't holding a shotgun, then would be more likely not to be killed. Who is the real victim here? When I started making videos, one of the main things I wanted to share is tips. I mean, not my tips at work because I love money, but the priceless knowledge that you may already have. Do you see on the minimap how the yellow fields step over one another? There is the place you have to hold more because it is faster to finish. Also do it in the same order as I do. Know that I've tried otherwise, but seems logically to spend less time by doing it this way. It might not be great, I might not be great at shooting, completing tasks, or anything else that the game asks you for, but pouring alcohol is another story. I'm just finishing with the job while Sean, well, I'm not sure what he was doing meanwhile, but seems like he enjoys sticking people in the throat with a knife. Don't forget to loot the guard don't forget to loot that guard and take his cigarettes. Have a cigarette before you start the mission so you don't have to do it there. Sean is spilling around moonshine and it's not a good idea to light up a cigarette right there. I did it once and Arthur didn't burn down, so maybe I am Jesus.
After you, sir. Woohoo! Would you look at that? Now let's go light yourselves a fat cigar. I got the right hand.
Then we start throwing the moonshine Molotov cocktails we just made. I'm in love with causing a fire or throwing any kind of explosive since I can use my hands, so I can say it was a very pleasurable experience. The rest of the guard sees us and looks like we are in trouble and have to defend ourselves if we want to leave the place alive.
Not right now. We got company. Look out!
You ain't getting away with this! Let's go! There's more of them! I'm going to enjoy watching you!
Got right out of here.
You great whites done it this time! Shit!
I feel a little bit confused here. I don't know why this guy was waving at me so enthusiastically. I understand how sometimes in big companies some employees feel like they don't get the attention they deserve, but in this case I think it will be better for him to run, not to die. But you know, different people, different ways to attract attention. I see a wagon nearby and hop upon and I get a bad honor for stealing. Let's think about a little bit. We killed an innocent guy, we burned the whole place owned by people we never had problem with, then we kill another bunch of people and in the end I take a wagon to escape without causing more damage and I get a bad honor for that. Sean calls me to run with the wagon we saw earlier, he won't accept this one. Reasons.
This way! More guards coming in! You wanna walk? Down this way! They seem to be taking a while.
This is a goddamn mess.
No way out of here. We should have been gone by now. Let's move. Can't wait to kill you. I'm gonna watch you run. Maybe you haven't unloaded our cash yet.
They didn't tell you there'd be an army of them?
They didn't tell me nothing.
Few shots later and I see a small time gap to loot the bodies, which I suggest because seems like all the guards are well paid, at least one reason to start this job, so I can steal your pockets later, what did you thought? Then Sean stops on place trying to remember did he turn off the oven at his home? Never mind, let's go. By cleaning few more guards, he will clean himself from the anxiety. I find this way for stress relief very outstanding and more people in the modern society we live in have to practice. We all know how small things like finding your house burned is stressful and it's good for the body and the soul to remove all bad feelings.
Straight out the main gate. Come on. Jesus, that turned into a right party.
You call that a party?
That Braithwaite had got our money's worth, all right.
Let's just get out of here first.
think we lost him.
We did.
Quite a night.
Sure.
Interesting little fight Dutch put us into the middle of here.
I hope him and Jose are right and that there's some money at the end of it.
Well, what now?
Head on back to camp.
You coming?
Sure.
Oh.
Thank you for being part of my journey. I would say this video was one of the hardest I've ever made due to few reasons. First of which, the time I spent only to complete the mission and then using the records from all 10 times and put them together as one. I will be very grateful if you leave a like. Thank you once again for watching and see you in the next video.
Here we are. Home sweet home.
By the way, besides all the work and during my playthrough of this mission, I have some few records of interesting stuff that I would like to share with you, but I just didn't find place to put them in here. And also the video is already too long. Don't forget to keep your horse and sell it after you reach level 4 with it. It's a very nice one. I liked it from the beginning. So yeah, this was from me. Bye for now.